Hello everyone and welcome to Football Newsroom for the match review between Man City and Chelsea. The match ended 2-1 in City's favour. It was a game full of ups and downs, a very even contest between two of England's strongest teams, and boy did we enjoy that. Now, before going on to the lineups, I would like to share some very important and what might seem very strange stats with you guys. City in this game enjoyed a total of just 46.6% possession. Yes guys, Chelsea came out in the Etihad Stadium and dominated the game with 53% possession against Manchester City. We don't see that very often, do we? And it's not just about the possession guys. You look at the total number of passes, pass accuracy, key passes in the opposition half. Chelsea had better stats. This just shows you how even the game was. Personally, I don't think Chelsea had a very bad game. It's never easy to win at the Etihad Stadium. I don't think Lampard will be disappointed with the team's performance. Clearly, there are some issues which have to be addressed, but otherwise, I believe it wasn't a very disappointing performance. Now, moving on to the lineups, both teams started with their usual 4-3-3 formation. Guardiola made a total of 5 changes after the game against Liverpool, with Ederson coming in at goal, Cancelo and Mendy as the fullbacks, David Silva in midfield, and with Riyad Mahrez who scored an incredible solo goal starting in the right wing position. Chelsea had just one change from our predicted lineup with Kovacic starting in midfield instead of Mason Mount. I think the change was for a very specific reason. It was an extra cover for someone like De Bruyne. Mason Mount is someone who isn't very comfortable while playing out from the back, and Kovacic was the obvious candidate to replace him. But Lampard's plan didn't go accordingly. De Bruyne time and again found acres of space down the right, pulling in crosses, providing through balls and even scoring a goal. He really did tear Chelsea's defense apart, and as I had said in the preview guys, if De Bruyne is given so much space in the middle of the field, he will hurt you. And this brings me on to the tactical front guys. As we had discussed in the preview, Lampard needed to come up with a proper plan before coming into the game, and he went for the stiffer option. In the initial stages, Chelsea didn't really press up high up the pitch. They maintained their shape and often tried to put pressure on City's midfield instead. Down the right, Kante did a pretty good job. He stopped the threat of David Silva and Raheem Sterling down the right hand side with the help of Azpilicueta, and he even gave them the early lead with a brilliant finish. But things didn't go according to the plan down the left hand side. Kovacic was opted over Mason Mount to provide an extra cover against City's midfield prowess. But it didn't really work out. As Mahrez stayed wide, Emerson moved wide to cover him, and that left acres of space between the centre back and the left back. Another problem with this Chelsea side was losing position high up the pitch and in the midfield area. This allowed City's midfielders and forwards to exploit the space left behind by Chelsea's midfielders who had moved up. Even though Chelsea's midfield generally tried to form a double pivot with alternate run-ups, Jorginho was sometimes left alone against City's midfielders. During the counter-attacks, he was rarely alone. City's wide players played a very crucial part in this game. They stayed wide, which allowed the midfielders to exploit the space left behind. Riyad Mahrez scored an excellent goal, but honestly guys, I don't know how he was allowed so much space. Both Emerson and Kovacic allowed him to cut in and take the shot, which is just unacceptable. He cut in far too easily, and this just shows you that this is an area where Chelsea can do better. With proper support from the midfielders, Chelsea need to defend better. Man City missed a lot of chances, and I think it could have easily been 3-1 or 4-1. But let's not focus all on the negative side guys, it wasn't a very terrible performance or result from Chelsea. I hope Lampard will make things right if he is given a little more time. Meanwhile, this will be a major boost for someone like Man City. They will now be all focused on closing down the gap of 9 points. The only downside of this game for them was Aguero. He was substituted at the 77th minute and Guardiola came out and said it looks bad. It's a muscular injury and only the test can confirm the extent of this injury. Let's hope for the best guys. I hope it's not that bad and I really want him to return as soon as possible. That's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me.